Hi, my name is Noel Chapman and I'm a student of Central Queensland University. I'm undertaking the course ESSC1207 Applied Exercise and Sports Psychology. This course requires us to do a presentation manuscript. My presentation manuscript is on the placebo effect on the strength and endurance of lower and upper body muscles. The ability for athletes to enhance their performance is widely sought after throughout sports. Many athletes have turned to a variety of substances to increase their athletic performance. When buying the substance, the individual is guided by either prior knowledge of the substance or persuasive packaging. The cognitive expectations this has on the individual are gained through experience or mere exposure. The expectations play a role in the belief of its effectiveness and convince the user even when there are no physiological effects. This is known as the placebo effect, a treatment used in many drug examinations and training settings. Over the past 15 years, the placebo effect in sports has been an investigation point for many researchers. A number of research articles have supported the placebo effect. The first one that I found was the comparison between drink labels. So they compared performance enhancing, which was the placebo, and fatigue inducing, which was the nocebo. These results showed a significant increase in peak minute power during incremental arm crank ergometry. It also showed a significant decrease in local ratings of perceived exertion. The second one that supports the placebo effect is a comparison of athletic performance in subjects who received sodium carbonate or a placebo. When sodium carbonate was believed as a performance enhancing. This study found that the mere belief of taking sodium carbonate to enhance performance showed almost identical time to the participant taking it. A number of researchers reject the placebo effect. They found no significance in it. The first one I found investigated the placebo effect of hologram wristbands. They concluded that the hologram had no placebo effect on the studied variables. The second one that reject the placebo effect investigated the effectiveness of ribose at the dose recommended for supplements currently on the market. They concluded no significant difference between ribose and the placebo. Due to the ambiguity of the results, further research should be conducted to determine whether a placebo effect exists on the strength and endurance of lower and upper body muscles. The aim of this study is to determine if the placebo effect increases strength and endurance in lower and upper body muscles. It is hypothesized that there will be an increase in strength and endurance variables between the baseline test and the placebo. The study design was a within-study design. The participants were a group of apparently healthy college-age men, volunteers, who met study criteria. There was a familiarization, a baseline test, a testing performed with placebo, and a testing performed with nocebo. Use of food diaries 3 days prior to testing allowed analysis of average energy and macronutrients intake using ESSH food processor. At the bottom of the screen you can see the descriptive statistics for the participants. Method. They did a warm-up, a 5-minute cycle on a Monarch bike. They then did a set of 10 repetitions at 50% of their 1 RM. This followed with a 1 RM for bench press and leg press assessed within 3 to 5 working sets with 3 minutes resting period given between sets. The muscle endurance test. Subjects performed as many repetitions as possible with 80% of their 1 RM for bench press and leg press respectively. Only those performed with correct technique were counted. The statistical analysis. We did descriptive analysis on all of the data. There was a one-way repeated measure of the ANOVA, which is used to determine if a placebo effect is present. The post-hoc t-test was used to determine the point of significance. The analysis was conducted with an alpha of 0.05. Microsoft Excel 2013 was used with analysis toolpack. This is the descriptive statistics of participants' demographics. So the mean and standard deviation between baseline, placebo, nocebo, and performance. So as you can see here, between the placebo and nocebo, there wasn't much difference in the mean or the standard deviation. You can see between the baseline and the placebo and the baseline and the nocebo that there are significant differences in there. Discussion. So the present study found that 1 RM increased between the baseline test and the placebo for both squats and bench press. However, literature found that no difference in 1 RM improvement between the placebo and supplement condition for both 1 RM bench press and 1 RM leg press. The discrepancies in the data could be due to the testing conditions being different. Another difference in literature was that the present study found that there was a significant increase in 80% squat repeats between baseline and placebo. However, there was no significant difference between the 80% bench press reps between the baseline and placebo. A study found that over 12 weeks, the HMB group showed more significant increase muscle endurance than the placebo group. So the HMB group was the group that was actually taking the substance. So the group that was taking the substance showed an increase in muscle endurance over the placebo group. Future studies could look at doing a 12-week training program with both placebo and baseline, work on improving their strength, and then determine if the placebo is effective in that scenario. Conclusion. The present study indicates that the placebo is effective in increasing strength and endurance in lower and upper body muscles. Practical implications. Placebo effect could assist individuals to increase their performance, especially if they are experiencing a plateau in performance. Placebo effect has proven to be effective in increasing squatting performance and would be an appropriate tool to include in a training program that is looking at increasing sporting performance. Any questions?